impressive performance out there today. I thought the scoreboard probably flattered Sturt in the end. What do you make of it? Just clearance, sort of midfield dominated sort of win today?
Yeah, I thought it was very well done across the ground with how the guys stayed connected. Our contest was a pretty strong number in our advantage, I think, and our players become quite reliable in that part of the game. I thought they were able to win some good contests and then share the ball from those and service the forwards. I thought our backline was terrific. I thought for Ball to take on Davis and do the job he did, and supported by Heard, Seymour and Donnelly, those four tools playing together now starting to work pretty well for us. But by and large, I thought, with the exception of portions of the last quarter, I thought we looked really strong in our contest work across the ground.
The second quarter into the breeze, what do you think the breeze was worth? Do you reckon it was worth a bit?
It was interesting walking across the ground. It felt like it was definitely favouring the southern end, but I think Alden thought it had a huge factor in the game. I didn't see anyone kicking it from outside 50 at this southern end, but there's more a way of playing. I thought the way we were able to get some good wins in the middle of the ground, there was some really strong contest play from a few of our players putting their body on the line, and I thought in the centre square the boys started getting to work a little bit there and give us some opportunities forward. But yeah, I thought it was a pretty good spread across the four quarters and across the group.
And touching on the centre square, Loudon obviously had his best game for the club since coming across, and as we said before, he's probably not going to play in the reserve. He did his stint since coming over, and he's taken the opportunity with both hands.
Yeah, so got a past history with Nick at Casey Demons, and really rated what he did back there, and he had the courage to move his life over here and trial his footy, but he came over to us too heavy. Like, he's a big man, but he needed to drop some kilos, which was mainly muscle. But yeah, he's done a good job in the reserves, and Rob Harding, as our reserves coach, has pushed him pretty hard to be able to play the way he needed to be ready for senior footy. He was a late inclusion last week. His Rantel got COVID, so he came in and did a good job last week. Gets another opportunity for him to be able to stand up to the big bodies of Wilson and Davis when he went there. It makes a big difference to us.
And Cotter, we mentioned before, just about best on ground in the first half. What's the diagnosis early at this stage?
Obviously, it sounds like it's a medial. I don't know the significance of it, but yeah, really disappointing for Cotter, because he's become a consistent senior player probably 6 and 7 weeks now, where last year only got the one game just before the finals, and he's very well loved by his players and his peer and coaching group, so I hope it's only short term.
And Boyd probably had his colours lowered in the first quarter, but from then on he had Doyle's measure undoubtedly in that game. He was really strong in ruck today.
Yeah, we rate Doyle. He's had a good game against us in round 5, and Harry's one of the most driven, most professional players. And yeah, there were some times probably that Doyle had a bit of impact early in the game, but Harold absolutely pegged it back, and to go forward and have impact, to follow up the way he does, he really lifts his teammates. So we're really proud of Harry's growth. There was some narrative around where was our ruckman in the off season, and we said, well, he's here and he's a very good one, and he pushed himself very hard. And yeah, he plays every game, he plays long minutes, and every time he gets challenged or stressed, he responds to it, and that's what good leaders do.
You're into the 5 now. You bumped Sturt out, so obviously this was a big game. Did you sort of play this one as a big game going in?
We're in a bit of a phase where we're copping some pretty good teams at the moment. So Port at Port, we had North Adelaide away. We've got Sturt today, who beat us convincingly earlier in the year. We've got Eagles, and I think we might have North Adelaide after that. So that's where the competition's at, and yeah, we're pretty narrow focused with where we need to be, and we felt we didn't put anywhere near fullest capability on show at Unley earlier in the year, and there's a bit of unknown when teams come off the bye as well with Sturt, their freshness, and we played 6 days ago. But I think our boys' capacity to be professional in short turnarounds and train the right way to be ready to be able to compete against the good teams is part of why we're able to get the result today.
And just lastly, Luke Sermon, obviously some good news in the last week for you guys. How did that conversation take place and get that one across the line?
Yeah, it all happened very quickly. It's Luke's retained good friendships with our players his time since he's been at Port Adelaide, and yeah, it only really happened from Monday. So we played Port on a Sunday, and it started to emerge as a possibility that a few factors in Luke's life of what were going on with where footy fitted as well, and he was able to respectfully do his business with Port. I had a good chat with Matty Lachlan the other day, and it's never a nice feeling when you feel like you lost a player, but it wasn't an underhanded process that had been going for weeks. It happened from Monday through to, it didn't happen until 4 o'clock Thursday. I really like Luke as a person. He's got a lot of capability as a player, and he was excellent in our twos today. So he now gets another full week to understand what we do, and yeah, where he fits into our plans moving forward, time will tell. But we think we've got a good player, a good person back to our footy club, and that's the important part. He's a Norwood person who's come back to Norwood.
And I forgot to mention Panos today. He had a goal. He could have probably kicked another couple. I think he set up 3 others. He got a lot of tackles today. He's been almost like a a recruit for you guys just about this year.
I totally
They're
agree.
gonna recruit.
I feel the same way. Not having him at all last year and being told a lot about what his capabilities are was one thing, but to see it firsthand and the impact he has on his teammates, and what he's doing really well is getting his hands dirty. Like, there's a bit of time he gets on ball, he plays forward, he's, like you said, he's tackling. I think I saw him miss a set shot today, which I haven't seen so far since we've coached him, but really professional. Like, he's come off a short turnaround as well and did a great job. So he's one of our really important players, important leaders, and I thought he was really good in key moments today.
And Cotter was the only injury, was he?
Yes. Yeah. So he was done at half time.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
No worries. Anyway, thanks, Twig.
No.
Cheers.